I played that clip for you yesterday from Fox News of Shepard Smith basically flipping out on his colleagues at Fox News, saying, why are we pointing fingers? Why are we blaming parents? Why are we blaming Al Sharpton or wondering where Al Sharpton is when we should be covering what is going on? And for me, covering what is going on includes that the majority of those protesters were completely peaceful. And that has not stopped conservative pundits and bloggers from just going on this frantic search for people or organizations to pin the Baltimore violence on. And there's a really interesting article in Talking Points memo summing up the blame game, and it points to 5 different entities or individuals that the right is desperate to blame. First is Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake, saying that this is all the result of one comment that Stephanie Rawlings Blake made, which was, quote, "We also gave those who wish to destroy space to do that." And so Stephanie Rawlings Blake, the mayor of Baltimore, has been taking heat for that. Rush Limbaugh even went as far as to say that that response from the mayor is almost the type of thing that would cause the Benghazi terror attacks. Second was President Obama. Let's blame Obama. Real estate mogul Donald Trump blamed Obama, as well as the mayor, Stephanie Rawlings Blake, and saying this was ineffective leadership from Obama. Violence is spreading. Conservative news blogger Matt Drudge also tweeted something similar. So the mayor of Baltimore is to blame. Obama is to blame. How much more ridiculous can it get? Well, how about Democrats, right? Joe Walsh, the former Illinois Republican congressman and current talk show host, said Democrats are to blame because Democrats have, quote, purposely turned blacks into uneducated government slaves. Also at the National Review Online, Kevin Williamson said, when will the left be held to account for the brutality in Baltimore, brutality for which it bears a measure of responsibility on both sides? Then Al Sharpton is to blame. This was part of actually the Fox News Shep Smith clip from yesterday. Co-host Eric Bolling asked, where is Al Sharpton, for example, when, of course, Al Sharpton, I think, is a terrible spokesperson for African Americans, and I hope that he is relieved of that duty, self-proclaimed duty in many senses. But also, what does Al Sharpton have to do with this? And then lastly, the parents. Rand Paul talked about absent parents, saying this is not even fully a racial thing. It's not only a racial thing. This is just about parenting. The Five talked about that. Greg Gutfeld blaming the parents. Dr. Phil McGraw, pseudo-psychologist, pop psychologist, Dr. Phil, talking about blaming the parents. Here's my question, Lewis. Does the system of justice deserve any blame, right? A system where a black man is in custody in a police vehicle, 45 minutes later comes out with his spinal cord 80% severed and in a coma. No one knows what happened because the police say no force was used. Does that bear any blame in this flare-up?
I think assigning blame is fair as long as you are doing it within reason. I don't think you can point the finger. Can you really blame the police? But who is it that's responsible for letting these types of things happen over the decades with the police?
Exactly. Does the status quo of police brutality over the decades bear any responsibility?
Yeah, that's a tough question to answer. I would say yes, but who can I point the finger at? That I might not be able to tell you.
Easier to blame Obama, I guess. And, you know, some of the right wingers have been putting out Freddie Gray's rap sheet, right? The things that he's been in trouble with the law for. What about the Baltimore Police Force's rap sheet, which includes 100 settlements for police brutality or civil rights violations? Terrell Jenkins and Wesley Williams and Shayna Pendleton and, Janelle and Shakita Causey, Dottie Collier. I could go on and on and on and talk about Jerry L. Lyles. I could talk about Deacon Lornell Felder. We could do a whole show with that rap sheet. If we're going to put up Freddie Gray's rap sheet, and I don't know how that rap sheet makes it okay to have your spinal cord 80% severed inexplicably when you are in a police vehicle, then we should be going through the rap sheet of Baltimore police as well. It would only be fair.
It's fair. I think if you want to prevent this from happening in the future, if you want to solve this problem, it doesn't make much sense to start blaming Obama and Democrats because that will not help solve the problem in any way.